So I got married and we went on our honeymoon to Belize, and I thought I'd just talk about Belize and if anyone goes there, that might help them. So here we go. Our favorite things were the caves, and we went to the HEM cave, and I would recommend wearing water shoes and shorts, and then they give you a helmet and a light, but I don't remember if they gave us the life vest or not, so that's something to check. And then mild hike for me, we had to swim through 2 rivers. They had ropes, so if you don't like swimming, at least there's a rope. When we got to the entrance of the cave, we had to swim through it, and it was beautiful because we were in the jungle. And then we went through the cave, loved it, and at the end they had all the artifacts of the Mayans, and they had like skulls, they had pottery, they had pinkies, like cut off pinkies, they had a full skeleton, and they explained to us that the people were trying to appease the gods during like famines, or and so they would do bloodletting, and they would cut off their pinkies, and they explained that it's not very, like, Hollywood paints this picture of like virgins being sacrificed, but they were telling us that it's more of their enemies, and it was usually powerful males that got sacrificed, and usually it's never females that got sacrificed, so that was interesting. So, and then that was a great experience. We also went cave tubing. I remember we had helmets and a light and a life jacket, and again, mild hike. We went to this one little cave before the main cave, and it had bats in it, and I thought that was kind of cool. And then we went to the main cave, and it was huge. Like, I would say you fit a 2-story house in there, and we were like swimming through the cave. I couldn't touch the ground. It was huge. I thought it was so cool. I was like, I feel like I'm in a National Geographic magazine, and I just loved it. Like, I've never seen anything like this. So big of a river and a big cave. And then we floated down the river, really relaxing. That was amazing. And then we also went to 2 Mayan places, and we went to Sunantanich, and we had to take a ferry to get across, and it was a steep incline, paved road. Hiking that in the middle of the day was a little sweaty. I saw some people riding horses, and I was like, that looks like fun. Or driving your car up there, because the ferry was big enough for a car. But we just hiked it, and that was fine. When we got in there, it was huge. We saw some of the doors covered up with rocks, and we were like, why did they do that? And they explained to us that it's kind of like a tomb. And what happened is the grandfather would die, and he'd be put in his tomb. They'd fill it up with rocks. Then his son would build a house on top of it. There you go. And then the father dies, and that's his tomb now, covered up with rocks, and the son builds a house on top of it, and it just gets bigger. And there were like howler monkeys, and there was a cute little baby monkey, and they were like really loud. Like, there's a reason why they're called the howler monkeys. And we saw a lot of black iguanas there running around, and they were all over the place, so that was really cool. And it was just fun hiking all those steps and just exploring the whole thing. Loved it. And then we went to Calhapech, and that's close to the town of San Ignacio, and we mostly stayed in San Ignacio. Anyways, Calhapech, dirt road, incline, more of a little strenuous hike, and we saw toucans there. I was like, that one's big as a banana, and I was like freaking out. And also what was just cool is they had like I guess the Mayans had a ball game, so they had like the rings that the balls would go through, and then we went kayaking for like 3 hours, and I loved it. So it felt like a good workout exercise. And we saw a lot of iguanas. The only thing I didn't like about that is our teacher had us like dunk ourselves. So my husband had to dunk me, and I didn't want to be dunked. He said, the teacher was like, if you get dunked now, you won't be scared when you go through a rapid and like get dumped over. And anyways, so I didn't like that part, but I loved kayaking. I totally want to do more of it because I really enjoyed it. And then we went to the iguana habitat, and we went at 8, and I guess they were more awake at 10. That's what they told us. And I guess people hunt iguanas illegally, and it wasn't the season to eat them, but that's why they started that habitat. And we just went there for all our questions. We also went ziplining. Beautiful view. For someone that's gone skydiving, I was like, this isn't an adrenaline rush for me. So I was maybe something higher, you know. Eating, we went to Hannah's a lot. They had a bathroom, they had breakfast. A lot of places weren't open for breakfast for some reason, I don't know. And also, they had these bags. They had bar windows, open windows, and the bags had water and a coin in them, and they were hanging. I was like, this is weird, what is this? And they were like, it keeps out the flies. Never saw a fly there, but I guess that worked. I loved the food. They were so polite. Very good family restaurant. We went there a lot because I liked it. And then we also went to Mayan Prince, but you could eat out on the deck, and you could eat inside. Their food, though, how it was laid out, was very artistic. I thought that the food was good, so I'd recommend there too. And then we went to 2 other places, and one of them was a little creepy, so I'm not gonna say what it was. And then one of them was good, but I can't remember the name was of it. And we stayed at Toucan Nest. And another thing, I tried to pet a dog. My husband was like, don't pet the dog, I could have fleas. Because their dogs are more like for security and like barking. They're not as pets as like American street dogs. And then another thing I loved about Belize is like for every American dollar was like 2 Belize dollars. So everything was really cheap for us. So that was nice. The driving was fast. They had speed limits, but they didn't use them. And they had a lot of speed bumps, and they had roundabouts, and so that was cool. But I liked all of our drivers. Don't get me wrong, I loved them. They were so nice. I loved Belize. I thought it was a good experience. I thought it was beautiful in the jungle, and I felt safe and happy and content. We were very careful and on guard, but I felt like we had a good time. It was safe, and it's just a place that not a lot of people know about. Like, I was like, where is Belize? And my husband's like, it's by Guatemala, and so it was a good experience, and I recommend going there because most people don't know about it, so it's cheaper. So I hope you get to travel to Belize.